Good morning students. This is the part 2 lecture in metrology and inspection. Now we are discussing problems in questions and answers in part 1 lecture. The first one, the vernier reading should not be taken at its face value before an actual check has been taken for zero error, its calibration, flatness of measuring jars, temperature equalization. Before going to use, we can check the zero error of the vernier caliper. Is the answer A? Zero error is the answer. The vernier reading should not be taken at its face value before an actual check has been taken for zero. Next one. The least count of a metric vernier caliper having 25 divisions on vernier scale matching with 24 divisions of main scale. One main scale division equal to 0.5 millimeter is the least count of a vernier caliper is to be found. The number of divisions on vernier scale 25. It is matched with 24 divisions on main scale. Vernier scale has 25 divisions. It is matched with 24 divisions in main scale. One main scale division equal to 0.5 mm. Least count equal to 0.5. So one main scale division divided by number of divisions on vernier scale. 25 divisions on vernier scale. 0.5 divided by 25 equal to 0.02 millimeter. It is the answer option C. Least count of the vernier caliper was found by 0.5. One main scale division divided by number of divisions on vernier scale. 0.5 divided by 25 equal to 0.02 mm. The next one, in a simple micrometer with a screw pitch of 0.5 millimeter and divisions on thimble 50. Thimble divisions on 50. The reading corresponding to 5 divisions on barrel and 12 divisions on thimble. This problem, the micrometer external dimensions of the reading is to be calculated. Pitch value 0.5 is given. Then thimble division, number of divisions on thimble 50 divisions. The reading corresponding to 5 divisions on barrel and 12 divisions on thimble. Out of 50 division, it is matched with, coincided with 12th division. Therefore, the reading, the micrometer reading, length or thickness, width equal to pitch into number of divisions. Pitch equal to 0.5, number of divisions 5, the main scale barrel reading 5, pitch into number of division 5, 5 into 0.5 plus pitch divided by number of divisions in thimble. Here 0.5 divided by 50 into reading of thimble. Reading of thimble has 12 divisions are matched with 5 divisions. Therefore, into multiply with 12 equal to 2.62 millimeter. Micrometer reading equal to pitch into number of division plus pitch divided by number of division in thimble into reading. 2.62 is the first answer. A master gauge is a new gauge, an international reference standard. A standard gauge for checking accuracy of gauges used on shop floor. A gauge used by experienced technicians. A master gauge is a standard one, it's a standard gauge. Therefore, this option C is the correct answer. It is a standard gauge for checking accuracy of gauges used on shop floor. Next one, standards to be used for reference purposes in laboratories and workshops are termed as working standards. In previous question also, the standard gauge, the same. The standards to be used for reference purposes in labs and workshops are called as working standards. Which one of the following instruments is a comparator? There are 4 instruments are given: toolmaker's microscope, go and no go gauge, optical interferometer, dial gauge. Which one is a comparator? During the measurement, a comparator is able to give the deviation of the dimension from the set dimension. Cannot measure absolute dimension, but it can only compare with 2 dimensions. It's a dial gauge. Dial gauge is the comparator or mechanical comparator. Here we can comparing the 2 values only. It cannot be used for measuring instrument. The next one, sine bar is specified by its total length, the size of the rollers, the center distance between the 2 rollers. The fourth one, the distance between rollers and upper surface. The sine bar is specified by the distance between the center distance of the 2 rollers. Option C is the correct answer. It's a sine bar problem. A sine bar has a length of 250 millimeter. It's a length. The length of the sine bar is specified by the distance between 2 centers. Therefore, the L equal to here 250 millimeter. Each roller has a diameter of 20 millimeter. The roller diameter here 20 millimeter. During taper angle of measurement of a component, the height from the surface plate to the center of the roller is 100 millimeter. During taper angle measurement, the height from the surface plate to the center of the roller. The height from the surface plate to this one surface table to the center of the roller. The center of the roller up to this height. This height is given 100 millimeter. This one up to slip gauge height, gauge block height is capital H. Here, height of the surface plate to the center of the roller is given. Up to the center of the roller is 100 mm. The taper angle is calculated, is to be calculated. The 4 values are given. The formula L equal to center distance, L equal to 250 mm. Capital H is not given. You have to calculate. H plus R value is given 100 mm. Diameter of the roller is given 20 mm. Therefore, radius of the roller 10. The H is equal to 100 minus 10, 90 mm. Up to central distance, total height 100. The gauge block length capital H is equal to 100 minus radius of the roller 10, 90 mm. The sine bar angle theta formula equal to sin theta is equal to H by L. Here theta is equal to sin inverse of H by L. Answer 21.1 degree. So first option A is the correct answer. The next one, the best wire size in millimeter for measuring effective diameter of a metric thread, included angle is 60 degree of 20 mm diameter and 2.5 mm pitch using 2-wire method. The best wire size in millimeter for measuring effective diameter of a metric thread of 20 mm dia and 2.5 mm pitch. The pitch of the thread is 2.5, P equal to 2.5. The metric thread dia 20 mm dia. Included angle means thread angle is a standard one, metric thread ISO standard 60 degree. Theta is equal to alpha equal to here 60 degree. the best wire size for measuring the effective diameter in two wire method. Formula equal to D equal to P by 2 secant of alpha by 2. P is the pitch value, secant of alpha thread angle 60 by 2. You get 1.443 millimeter. The option A is the correct answer. Best wire size in two wire method or three wire method. The same formula is used for measuring the best wire size used in micrometer. P by 2 secant of alpha by 2. The answer is 1.443. A metric thread of pitch 2 millimeter and thread angle 60 inspected for its pitch diameter using 3 wire method. The diameter of the best wire in mm. Here also the same formula is used. Here the 3 wire method is used. The best wire size D is same for 2 wire or 3 wire method. P by 2 secant of alpha by 2. The answer is, the 4 options are given. No one is matched with this. Here pitch is equal to 2 millimeter, alpha equal to 60 degree. Next, a metric thread of pitch 2 mm, thread angle 60 degree is inspected for its pitch diameter using the 3 wire method. The indicated diameter of the wire will be nearly the same formula used here. 2 mm pitch, 60 degree alpha, 3 wire method, the same formula. The answer is, the values are also same, pitch, alpha, 3 wire method. Answer is C, 1.15 mm. Here 1.154 is given, it's not matched. This one 1.15 is the correct answer. The same problem. The next one, to measure the effective diameter of an external metric thread, included angle is 60 degree of 3.5 millimeter pitch. A cylindrical standard of 30.5 millimeter diameter and 2 wires of 2 mm diameter each are used. The micrometer readings over the standard and over the wires are 16.532 and 15.398 millimeter respectively. The effective diameter in millimeter of the thread is to be found. To measure the effective diameter of an external metric thread, here alpha angle 60 degree is given, pitch value P equal to 3.5. It's a 2 wire method. Standard cylinder is used. The standard cylinder size dia 30.5 and 2 wires are also used. The wire diameter 2 mm. Micrometer readings over the standard 16.532 and over the wire 15.398. The effective diameter of the thread is option C, 29.366 millimeter. Formula, T is the dimension under the wire equal to D minus dm minus ds. dm minus ds. D diameter of the master standard cylinder. D diameter of the master standard cylinder. Here 30.5 is given. DM micrometer reading over the standard master cylinder. DM micrometer reading over the standard cylinder with 2 wire. This one 16.532 micrometer reading over the plug screw cage with the wire. This one 15.398. It's a formula D minus DM minus DS. These two are micrometer reading using the master cylinder. This one using the screw plug gauge. This one diameter of the master cylinder D minus DM minus DS. By substituting this, effective dia equal to 29.366 millimeter. So option C is the correct answer. This is the formula D minus DM minus DS. D is the master cylinder dia. These two are measurement instrument reading, micrometer reading, using the master cylinder as the wire. Here plug gauge wire. A machined surface. Next problem. A machined surface with standard symbols indicating the surface texture is shown in figure. This is a standard symbol using the machined surface over the triangular line and the extension line. The included angle is here 60 degree. The included angle here 60 degree. It represents the surface texture. All dimensions in the figure are in micrometer. The waviness height in micrometer of the surfaces. Already we noted the symbol and corresponding each number represents what is what in part 1 lecture. This one RA value, this one lay direction perpendicularity, waviness height is here asked. This one left end of the horizontal line is the waviness height, right end of the horizontal line is the waviness width. This one cutoff length. The waviness height is 50 millimeter. The option B is the correct answer. Which grade symbol represents surface roughness of broaching? N12, N8, N4 and N1. For broaching operation, N8 is the grade symbol for surface roughness. N8. CLA value and RMS values are used for measurement of CLA center line average and RMS root mean square. These two are measuring the surface roughness. It's the option C. These two methods, center line average and root mean square, both are used for measuring of surface roughness. Option D is the correct answer. The mean and E system in metrology are related to the measurement of screw threads, flatness, angularity and surface finish. The M and M is the mean system. Both are used in measurement of surface finish. Measurement of surface finish. Option B is the correct one. Next one. What is the dominant direction of the tool? Tool marks or scratches in a surface texture having a directional quality called. What is the dominant direction of the tool marks or scratches in a surface texture having a directional quality? The tool marks or scratches are called as in surface structure as lay. The option C is the correct answer. What term is used to designate the direction of the predominant surface pattern produced by the machining operation? The term used to direction of the predominant surface pattern. All the surface markings are produced by the machining operation. Here also the answer is lay. So match 1, matching the list 1 with list 2 and select the correct answer using the code given below the list. These are the symbols used in lay direction. A parallel, it's a cross, I, then D, R. Is R for radial, this one vertical, cross, then parallel. It's a parallel line. So A3, this one A3, B for cross, therefore B2, C1 for vertical surface structure. The R indicates the radial line of the surface. Marks, tool marks, scratches formed in the radial line. R indicates this, like this. It's a R4. Therefore, the option is A3, B2, C1 and D4. The option B is the correct answer. A3, B2, C1 and D4. So option B. What symbol is used to indicate the surface roughness? What symbol? There are 4 symbols are used here. It's a triangle, square root, equal symbol, then surface plane symbol with 0.1. The answer is here C. It is the roughness value 0.1. Above the triangle, open triangle, 0.1 is the roughness value of the surface. Here, above the horizontal line, milled means this one 3.2 is the RA value. The machining operation is milling operation. It means machining mandatory surface roughness value 3.2 micrometer. Here, the symbol with the circle, it indicates the machining is not done. The roughness is formed by expert from machining, like pressing operation. The surface roughness on a drawing is represented by triangles, circles, squares, rectangles. Surface roughness is always represented by triangles. Option A is the correct one. Next one. 2 optically flat plates of glass are kept at a small angle theta. There are 2 flat plates of glass are kept at a small angle theta as shown in figure. These 2 plates are kept at an angle theta. Both are glass. Flat plates of glass material. Monochromatic light is incident vertically. The light waves are passing through vertical direction. If the wavelength of the light is used to get a fringe spacing of 1 millimeter is 450 nanometer. The wavelength of light is used to get a fringe spacing 1 millimeter is 450 nanometer. For 1 mm, it producing 450 nanometer. The wavelength of light is in nanometer. To get a fringe spacing of 1.5 millimeter. 1.5 millimeter. The problem is asked from optical flat. Already we know the formula is used in optical flat. Here n is the number of fringes, then lambda monochromatic wavelength divided by 2. The distance of air gap between 2 successive fringes. The air gap between the 2 successive fringes given by n lambda divided by 2. For 1 mm fringe gap we need 450 nanometer. For 1 mm fringe gap 450 nanometers. For producing of 1.5 millimeter fringe gap we need 450 into 1.5 nanometer. Therefore, the answer is 675 millimeter. It's a formula n lambda divided by 2 for the air gap between two successive fringes n lambda divided by 2. Here the values are given for 1 mm 450 nanometer. For producing of number of fringes for the gap of 1.5 equal to is multiplied with 4.5. Therefore 675 nanometer is wavelength of the light. Two slip gauges of 10 millimeter width measuring 1 mm and 1.002 millimeter are kept side by side in contact with each other lengthwise. An optical flat is kept resting on the slip gauges as shown in figure. The outer one is the optical flat. There are two slip gauges, each height 1 mm one, then one more 1.002 millimeter are kept side by side. They are placed side by side in contact with other lengthwise. They are lengthwise contact with each other. An optical flat is kept resting on the slip gauges as shown in figure. The outer circle is a flat, optical flat. Monochromatic light of wavelength 0.0058928 millimeter is used in the inspection. This is a monochromatic wavelength light. The total number of straight fringes that can be observed on both slip gauges. The number of straight fringes that can be observed on both the slip gauges. You have to find out. Here the del H is a difference between the height difference in optical vertical height difference in optical flat. We have seen in part 1 lecture n lambda L divided by 2. There is a difference between two slip gauges. One is 1, one more is 1.002. The difference in height equal to into 10 power minus 1 centimeter equal to n. We have to find lambda is given value, wavelength value is given. Say here also millimeter. The number of fringes n is calculated. The answer is for both the fringes there are two slip gauges are used. Therefore n equal to 0.678 per centimeter. It is multiplied with two slip gauges. It is multiplied with 2. Therefore we have two fringes is the correct answer. Then straight fringes that can be observed on both slip gauges are 2. Option A is the correct answer. The del H is the difference between two slip gauges. Number of fringes is to be calculated. Wavelength given, length also given. Here length 10 millimeter, length of the slip gauge. This one 2 divided by 2, n lambda L divided by 2. For number of fringes in one slip gauge we have calculated. It is multiplied with 2 for two slip gauges. The answer is 2. The next one. The observation of a slip gauge on a flatness interferometer produced fringe counts numbering 10 and 14 for two readings. N1 and N2 is given. The second reading is taken by rotating the setup by 180 degree of the table. Assume that both the faces of the slip gauge are flat and the wavelength of radiation is 0.5086 micrometer. The parallelism error in micron between the two phases of the slip gauge is the formula we have seen in part 1 lecture. Parallelism error n2 minus n1 divided by 4 into lambda. The lambda value is given. N2 is the second reading after rotating the table 180 degree. The value is 14. Before rotating, number of fringes 10. N1 and N2. Therefore, N2 minus N1, 14 minus 10 divided by 4 into lambda value to get 0.5086 micron. So, option C is the correct answer. The parallelism error, formula for finding the parallelism error, N2 minus N1 divided by 4 into lambda. The next one, autocollimator is used to check. Autocollimator is used to check for measuring the small angles or small angular tilts of a reflecting surface. Autocollimator is used to measure the angle. Option C is the correct answer. An autocollimator is used to measure small angular displacements on flat surface. It is used to measuring the small angular displacements on flat surface. Option A is the correct answer. The flatness of a machine bed can be measured using. Flatness of a machine bed can be measured using. There are 4. Cannot be Vernier caliper, cannot be used for measuring the machine bed. Autocollimator, height gauge, tool makers microscope. These 3 are wrong. Autocollimator, which is used to measuring the flatness of machine bed. Option B is the correct answer. The next one, optical square. Engineer square having stop and blade set at 90 degree. A constant deviation prism having the angle of deviation between the incident ray and reflected ray equal to 90 degree. A constant deviation prism having the angle of deviation between the incident ray and reflected ray equal to 45 degree. Used to produce interference fringes. An optical square is a constant deviation prism having the angle of deviation between the incident ray and reflected ray equal to 90 degree. The option B is the correct answer. Two lists are given. We have to match with list 1 and list 2. Measuring device, the first list is used for measurement. This one, the corresponding parameter is to be measured. First one, diffraction grating, optical flat, autocollimators, laser scan micrometer. Diffraction grating is a fifth one. Measurement of very small displacements. The diffraction grating is used for the parameter of very small displacements. So 1, 5. Optical flat surface structure using interferometer. By using the interferometer principle, we have to measure the surface roughness. Optical flat is used for surface roughness. C. Autocollimator. Option C. Autocollimator is used to measure the small angular deviations on long flat surfaces, which is used to measure these angular deviations. C1. Then D. Laser scan micrometer. Laser scan micrometer, which is used for online measurement of moving parts. Laser scan micrometer is used for online measurement of moving parts. The option D is the correct answer. Diffraction grating for measuring the small displacement A5. Optical flat for measuring the surface roughness. Autocalorimeter for angular measurement. Laser scan micrometer, which is used for online measurement of moving parts. So option D is the correct answer. The next one. Which one of the following instruments is widely used to check and calibrate geometric features of machine tools during their assembly? Which one of the following instruments is widely used to check and calibrate geometric features of machine tools during their assembly? Ultrasonic probe, CMM, laser interferometer, Vernier calipers. The laser interferometer is widely used to check and calibrate geometric features of machine tools during their assembly. Laser interferometer is the correct answer. It's also matched with instrument. Left column is the instrument, right column is the measurement. We have to match with each other. First one, pitot tube. Pitot tube is used for flow velocity. Pitot tube is used for flow velocity A3. McLeod cage is used for vacuum. Weight materials by S.K. Mandal. Thank you, students.